Well, hello, y'all. Welcome to church. It's time for spiritual tea time with Reverend Patience. And we got a lovely episode today. We're going to be talking about good old fashioned Texas hoodoo and conjure. And we're going to be talking about the benefits of using the energy work of sleep meditation and the benefits of how using your subconscious and everything works on the body and stuff. Well, welcome. Hi. Um, Bear with us. Internet's been acting kind of funny and everything. We got those geostorms going on and stuff. So keep us in your prayers that everything goes smoothly tonight. And my special guest, I'm welcoming back my boy from Texas, High Priest Phoenix Firestorm. Well, hello. How you doing in
Hello,
Texas?
Miss Reverend Patience, and hello there, folks. It's High Priest Phoenix Firestorm, your local Texas witch. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing fabulous here up in Minnesota. How you been handling them cold temperatures down there? Y'all got, I saw -2s.
Oh,
Y'all don't
child, I was
get
I was trained. I was trained. I lived in Wisconsin very briefly. I was 4 years, so I was having to tell people. I was telling people, child. I said, step with your heel. Did it stick? You can step there. Did it slip? That's ice. Don't step. Don't step.
right? Ciao. Ooh, Baroness Lisa. She says hello. Girl, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you need to send me a picture and everything unless you want me to use the last one. Because remember, you on next week with me again, girl. Yeah, she's a Michigan native. She's out.
Ooh,
She's living in the
yes.
Southwest now. Historic Marie says, hi, family. Hey, girl, what's up? Thank y'all for joining us on the Facebook tonight. Like I said, we will be doing some tea and everything about the Texas Hoodoo tradition and conjure, and also the work of both for High Priestess, High Priestess, yes, High Priest Phoenix
Hey.
Firestorm, and how it's benefited him in using sleep meditation and everything. And if y'all are good little boys and girls, maybe throw some cards and spill some tea from spirit for you.
Maybe read a little pendulum.
Exactly. Trust me, Senor Caravera is ready and waiting. So, but my grandparents lived in Hill Country in Kerrville and everything. And
Right.
that's how I got
Oh, I know
into it.
Kerrville. Oh, Kerrville, Texas.
Yes, good old Hill Country and everything. And they have a lot of like German influence besides having the Mexican and the Native American and the Spanish and and all that kind of stuff. Growing up in Texas, what are some of the main influences of your voodoo and conjured um did you grow
So what I tend to call my thing is like conjure gumbo, because I take from the Texas where I was raised, and then I've got heavy Cajun Creole heritage. So I take from Louisiana as well. And here in Texas, a lot of the stuff, like, to really get what I need, I have to go into the botanicas. I have to go and I have to, I'm currently teaching myself what products I use the most, how to say them in Spanish, because that's what most of it is. Like, a lot of my oils and powders and stuff, until I start making them again, I have to ask them. And I've had one botanica that I go to down in San Antonio. The lady told her customer that was standing next to me, tell him to come around the counter and pick his own oils, because she couldn't speak English and I couldn't speak enough Spanish. And, the masks kind of interfere with communication. And so, yeah, this customer had to tell me to come around the corner and pick my own oils. And I was like, okay.
wrong with that? So But one thing I've noticed in
But
all the botanicas and stuff, even down south, you got to still be particular about who you're buying from because a lot of them have that mass Indio stuff. And honey, that's all nothing but carrier oil and food coloring. There ain't nothing in it that's
so it
good.
ain't even. It's not even that. I went and looked into that. It is a chemical component prime, which is basically like a polysorbate, and some straight up mineral oil and dye.
Right. Exactly.
Occasionally, you'll get one that has like a couple of flecks of rosemary and that little red seed that's really common in like Santeria and stuff. You'll have that floating in the oil. But see, I've actually got a botanica over in Killeen, Texas, that wants me to start making my stuff and taking it to her to sell. Because I gave her some products to try, and she's like, I need for my shop.
Oh, hook a sister up.
Definitely. I currently have a really, really, really gnarly batch of war water steeping, and so I had the fortunate foresight with this freeze coming on to tell my roommate, take the war water out of the temple and put it in the outdoor kitchen. If that shatters, we're screwed. Because it's a big old gallon of like rusted nails and rusted metal and busted glass. It's got all kinds of stuff. Well, in the freeze, it shattered, but it shattered out there in that sink. So when everything melted, the water drained out, and I just used some tongs and put all the pieces into the next. So it had that violent burst of cold over the top of it. I just tucked it all into the new bottle and re-added fresh water, and it turned black in 2 days.
Oh, wow. Definitely need a batch of that, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on all kinds of good old recipes that I come up with, and I do. So I've
Eshu the trickster, please forgive us. Be nice on the internet for us today with these geostorms. Yes, Lisa, Mary Lisa, very extra potent. That's why I said hook a sister up and everything. Michael Busey, hello, sir. Brother Aaron says people should not even buy those fake oils with no natural ingredients. Yes, very true, very fake. I totally agree. But it seems like the gods of communication are messing with the internet thanks to the geostorms. I mean, if we ain't got one thing going on, we got another thing going on. But definitely, like I understand where he was coming from, dealing with all the different stuff, dealing with the tradition of the hoodoo and everything. Um, it's a mixture of stuff. It's the blending of the cultures. Let me see if I got him back.
Oh, damn geostorms.
Yes. Oh, just as you came back in, Mama June from Bermuda says, hi, there, darlings. Hello, thank you for joining us, baby.
Hello.
Yes, I know. They've been making people feel all kind of crazy. Fibromyalgia flare-ups, waves of nauseousness.
We ain't even going to talk about my damn arthritis.
Oh, yes. Dealing with the internet. Oh, no, you froze on me again, hun. Oh, internet just doesn't want to work tonight. Oh, my goodness, people. Say some prayers, y'all. Let's find out what's going on. Well. Got the Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Well, people, I see how you're going to be. Someone wants to do foolishness. Real smart people. That's okay. Don't worry. You have it thrown back to you. But anyways, while we're dealing with the technical difficulties, if y'all can still see me, please put a yes in the comments for me. Your internet's completely out watching me on data. Girl. Well, I got the cards out. And while we're waiting for him to pop in, how about we throw some cards? Okay, you can see me fine. Okay. Okay. You think? I know. A lot of protection candle, baby, if you can. Oh, y'all ain't trying to cause chaos and confusion? Ain't happening. All right. Get the lavender out. Ground yourselves. You guys ain't gonna cause no problems for me, honey. Girl, tell me about it. Thanks for tuning in as well. Yeah, definitely got some kind of male water sign. Not naming any names. Trying to mess with people's money and foolishness. King of Cups. Five of Pentacles. You think I wouldn't know? Child, please. Well, and well, ain't that lucky? All right.
I'm having to bounce back and forth between multiple Wi-Fi sources right now. It's
I know.
that bad.
Child, we got people that are trying to do foolishness to keep this show from happening.
Oh, them bitches gonna be taken care of very, very soon.
Amen, they are. Yep.
Okay, so what I was saying.
Erica from Puerto Rico says hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
So we got Bermuda and Puerto Rico in the house, Louisiana,
Arkansas,
Arizona, or I think it is New Mexico. We got several in the house.
Arizona, you were mentioned at 1414.
Yep. And we're at 8-8 right now. We were at 7-7. Right when I popped you back in too.
Okay. So what I was saying, I've got all these different recipes and stuff I'm working on, and
oh, yeah, it's in London. We got across the pond. Welcome, mate.
Yep.
I just recently found out 14% English. Go and say
Michael follows me on Facebook, and he was ready for this. He was waiting to catch this on. So
thank you for joining us.
But see, one thing I've noticed when you go into botanicas, they focus very, very, very heavily, unless you know how to read between the stuff, they focus really heavily on one side of the practice. And that's not what Conjure is. Conjure is always two-handed.
Yes.
And they always want to work with this one and leave this one out. Well, mine works with both, so I'm going to have a lot of both kind of blends. Exactly.
It's no different than going into like the Fluff Bunny New Age shop.
Well, and see, that's what I love about this botanica. She told me about her practices, and I'm not going to go into depth or anything, but she says, mijo, I have things for when I need to get stuff done. And I was like, oh, okay, I get what you vibing.
She's one of those ones. All the good and lovey type healing stuff is out front, but the fuego is in the back.
Oh no! All the products are. She's talking about for her own. Like she has all her products stay out front. But she says, like, if I need to get something done, there's a point in my house I go to with certain things that I have access. Farm.
Understandable. Hey, Mimi. Hola, Mimi. Thank you for joining us.
That's all I have to say is farm. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I really don't do the Holy Trinity and stuff like that unless Spirit moves me to do that for that particular client's case.
Exactly.
Oh, and let me formally apologize right now, folks, because I am in a small podunk town that has what we call SpaceX. Thank you, Elon Musk. So if it seems that I am in the middle of an earthquake, I promise you I'm fine. It'll be over briefly.
They test engines over by now.
Yes, they do. We have actually had one of them explode.
Yeah. And
I was
when I was
child, I was working. I was working, child. I had my candles lit, and I had just finished one of those Holy Trinity moments that I'm not known for. And I'm deep into this flame, and all of a sudden, boom, everything starts shaking, and I'm like, oh shit, I started the apocalypse. I didn't know whether to squat down, run outside, freeze in place. I didn't know what the hell. Because that's not my normal.
You got that breakthrough you were praying for.
Here's the thing though. We have contract with them. They're allotted a certain decibelage. And this was easily 40, 50, 60 decibels over their allotted decibelage. They're allotted to go out at a 120. They're allowed to top out at 120, and this was easily 210.
Oh, wow. Oh, I remember when I used to live in Cape Canaveral, Florida, and they would be launching something, and it felt like you were having an earthquake. You felt like you lived in California. You know? It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, and like, I feel so bad because there's like a senior citizen complex right over there, real close to that.
Oh my gosh, talk about getting a heart attack.
Exactly. It's like, do they have to put that in? Please keep in mind we have SpaceX. You're prone to hear this at all times, and
oh my goodness. Oh
yeah. So
it says hello to everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for New
So
York.
with my conjuring, it tends to stick a lot with candles and then trips into fire magic, and then I do poppets and jars, and I love my beef tongues. And then I do a lot of stuff, and I'm getting a lot more into working in the cemetery.
When you go to the cemetery, do you have anyone particular that you like started working with? Like, what had drawn you into that work?
So, when I very first started trying to collect graveyard dirt, I was a dumbass little fluffy bunny. Walk into the graveyard, willingly, just proudly as you please, stop and scoop dirt and leave. Hey. Did that kick my ass? They turn around and kick my ass for that one. Even though I left payment, I didn't do this shit all proper. So,
Makes a world of
I started reading Utterly Wicked by Dorothy Morrison.
Oh, I love
She has a whole chapter on working with the dirts. And she mentions petitioning Oya to go into the cemetery. And this is literally the only time I ever call on Oya is when I'm going to enter the cemetery. And I make sure I take copper, usually pennies, and red wine. And she knows I stop and give that immediately upon entering. Like, I don't leave it right there in the beginning. I open that wine bottle, it goes all over the entrance as I'm going in. The pennies get flung straight in everywhere. I take dimes in with me to pay for anything I leave with. And I also like to leave, like if I'm going to leave a spell at a grave, I pay that. After I've built up with them, I pay them. If I'm going to leave it in a tree, I'm going to pay that tree somehow with whatever. And yeah, I'm getting a lot more into it. And I'm learning all kinds of tips and tricks, like for you folks out there that like to work. If you're taking negative work to the cemetery, take you a good old bottle of vinegar or war water, and that makes it oh so much easier to dig that dirt up quicker so that you can bury it. Saturate that ground, and then there you go.
Darling, I've been told that you need to put protection up, and there's a spirit behind you in those covers. Right behind you, baby. Do something real quick. You got some Florida water spray?
This one here?
Yeah. There's a spirit behind
I
you.
can do another one of these incense right here. All of my stuff's in the other part of the trailer.
Right? Mm-hmm.
So what we gonna do is we gonna light up one of these for her. Put that up there. How's that?
Alana, what do you see now?
Is that better?
My girl Louise, she can see spirit on screen. Let me see. She said it's like it was.
I live on some very, very. Yeah, I live on some very, very active lands. So there's stuff in and out of here all the time. They also know not to try and touch me. I keep myself guarded up with various, like this is obsidian and garnet.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I keep myself anointed. They all know that I am very skilled at trapping and banishing, so they know not to mess with me when they come through.
No, someone was just trying to say hello. I just saw when you lit your thing. Right over by where that closet was, you can see the figure and everything. Rewatch the video later tonight. Right
Okay.
before we get to 25 minutes. Spirit, like I said, really want to come out. Oh, meow, Evelyn, in your house. Hey, what's up, mama? How you doing, honey? Now that you're doing your things, like I got before, Evelyn, I want you on my show this summer. I'm calling you out, girl.
So, calling out.
Oh, yeah. So when you do your stuff and everything for your clients, have you ever gotten one where spirit flat out told you no?
Yes.
And have you ever done the work anyway?
Nope.
Smart boy.
Nope.
Smart boy. I made that mistake when I was young, thinking I was the shit and all that stuff, man. They came back and whooped my ass. Oh my goodness. It's like, didn't we tell you not to mess with this fool?
The one time I got arrogant and cocky and thought I could just hex anybody I chose. I was on a hexing spree and I hexed one without stopping to think if it was truly worth it. And the girl that asked me to do it was literally just hurting her feelings like it wasn't worth it. And I did something so fucking simple. It was one of the simplest hexes, but I got the immediate, like, when I went to dispose of it like it says to, I'm not paying attention and I run straight through a sticker patch barefooted.
Ow.
And if you're not focusing at that final point when you dispose of the curse, it obliterates it. So...
Yeah, Baroness said, I've done something similar. I heard those lessons, Brett. Yeah. And then do it again. I don't give a damn how much money you have. If I do a consultation on before about spiritual work that you're coming to me for, and my ancestor says, no, baby, don't even think about it. I heed and I listen and I obey. You don't want them spiritual workers. They hurt.
And see, here's the funny thing is, like, you kind of, between you and a couple others, y'all keep me on my little way, and I got somebody that lives in the hotel right behind me here that needed help getting off of certain substances. We won't discuss what.
Right.
But now, anytime she's around people that use that substance, she gets violently ill. And if she don't make them leave, they get violently ill.
That's what we call spiritual rehab, y'all.
And she knows full well I did it to her. She's asked me to make sure it sticks. She wants to be off of this stuff.
Oh my goodness. I gotta say hello real quick to Queen Cindy, the Oracle of the East. Hi, Queen. Thank you for joining us from the YouTube. Now, talking about certain, things of helping guide in your way. I have worked with you personally myself with sleep meditation, as we wanted to talk about tonight and everything. And one thing I love, because I physically, because of having back problems, fell and learned about this and everything, and that's why I've seen a major effect for myself. Started teaching it through my ministry.
Right. So I do want to start by reiterating to everybody: don't mistake this as 100% medical advice. If you have issues, make sure you get them looked at.
Exactly. Like I
said, I'm thinking. So I've been working with Reverend Payshence and this system nigh on rapidly approaching 2 years now. We've already breezed past the 1 year mark. Breezed past the 1 year mark. We're rapidly approaching 2. And it's made some exponential differences, and some crazy thing that I think it may have actually been. So there's no question about my sexual lifestyle or anything like that. And I was exposed to an STD. And the entire time I sat there listening to these while sleeping at night, these healing ones, like supposed to be deep body healing. And I just kept affirming to myself, you did not get it. You did not get it. But I'm still sitting here. You're going to go. You're going to get your ass tested and treated. Don't fucking wait for the results. You're getting treated the day you get tested. So I did. Put my ass through hell taking these antibiotics. And I mean, put me through hell. Get the phone call about my results. I never even got it. I was exposed to it, never even got it.
That's how powerful the mind is.
And see, I'm sitting here working on doing that because I have another situation, and those kind of situations are about to rapidly stop because things are getting better in my life and I won't be exposing myself to stupid stuff anymore. But hey, we all make our mistakes. But I gotta get back into a doctor again soon, but I'm not showing symptoms. I know I've been exposed because of other people that have been exposed. And
Right. Like I said, go into the healing chakras, people. You go on my and he can verify about on my ministry's YouTube channel. And please like and subscribe.
The best way that I can say to do this, people, I'm going to give my sound advice on this. Go to her channel. Go to her playlists. Filter through and scroll through each and every single one of them and build your own playlists.
Yep.
One thing that I will suggest, if you can't fall asleep to words, look for the ones that start off as long just tones and music, and some of them have nature and aquatic, and start with those so that you fall asleep, and have the ones that have the affirmations to back up. That's how I did it, and now I can fall asleep to the affirmations. I couldn't before.
Exactly.
It does some powerful stuff to your mind. It's a powerful reset. It really is.
Exactly. Because the reason why it's so effective is that when you're sleeping, all your self-sabotaging mindset filters and everything are turned off. And that's
Believe it or not, there was a movie
before you go to sleep, and you figure out. I try to keep a nice variety, well, not only for myself, because
how well do you remember old cinema? Do you remember Flowers for Algernon?
No.
Flowers for Algernon was a story about a guy that had like some advanced form of, I think it might have been an autism or something like that. I don't really know what his diagnosis was, but he entered in this study, and they gave him these subliminal tapes to play in his sleep. And he's sitting here going, how are these going to make me smarter if I have to watch them while I'm asleep? But he does what the doctor says, and he keeps this progress report. And in the book, if you read the book, which I highly suggest you yourself read it because you like this sort of thing, you see him go from very highly dyslexic to college level intelligence as he calls them, progress reports come out.
Right.
And it essentially does the same thing with these.
We're at 11:11, man.
And we just gonna take this second to say, our enemies, y'all ain't gonna touch us.
Amen.
We got too much backing us.
Exactly. Evelyn in New York says, I listen to manifestations often. Fairness Lisa says, mantras are my best friend. Mama Gina, thank you for joining us on the YouTube. I miss you too. She says, oh my God, I feel so old now.
To the ones that are new to this sleep meditations, I highly suggest starting with the chakra cleanse and realigning ones first.
I got a great list for that on the ministries page and everything that starts you out. There's ones that where, the quick fix, 14-minute long, 20-minute long, to where, if you're taking a nice long nap, you can do it just uppers, just lowers.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate. If you have a business, go find her one that's got the money bag, the clover, the 7. Play that while you're working. It's phenomenal.
Ain't it?
I won $250 on an online bingo while that was playing in the background. And I didn't even realize I was in the games.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
My clients are slowly starting to come in more and more. Everything is picking up since I have followed Reverend Payshence's advice.
And
I am not a paid actor. Let me throw that in there. I am not a paid actor.
Right? Because the main problem, even sometimes for myself, because I'm human too, we start stressing over things. And what that does, it helps us refocus, even while we're awake, flip the script and everything. Like I tell my students and my clients, and I do it for myself. Grab some frankincense and lavender, blend it together, put it on your points and everything, and then play them mantras and stuff, according to what it is you're learning about.
Oh yes, there are times that I will come down here to my friend's trailer because I actually stay in another one further down. And when I'll wait for him to go to work. I come down here, I anoint up, I turn off everything, I turn on the meditations, close the door, and pass out. I'll take these kind of naps at least once or twice a week to recharge.
As spiritual people, we got to, and it's a simple way of refilling the cup. Because the problem with so many of them, and I'm guilty of it myself, because I don't know how many times be doing so much for the family and clients and everybody else that I forget about myself, and I'm literally knocked down in the bed with the flu and the period at the same time, and still trying to help folks.
Child. Yes, child. I know exactly what you mean.
It's crucial that we don't forget about our self-care. Because if we are not taking care of ourselves and making sure that we're keeping our stress levels down and the negativity out of our lives so we can keep our immune systems up, if we're not, having, good health and everything, how can we take care of our families? How can we take care of our community?
It's like this. People have actually noticed the difference between my workings. If I don't remember to take care of myself and bring out multiple sources of energy to pull from, I can do something as simple as a damn beef tongue, and by the end of it, I'm sitting there like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just drained, because I put a lot into my work, especially for clients.
Exactly.
I'm starting to notice I don't have to do a lot for myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits handle all that.
Yep. Exactly.
My clients, I show my ass out for my clients. I go all out. I make that work big and bold and just raw.
When you're blessing others and everything and keeping that proper relationships with the ancestors, you don't have to do much for yourself.
And see, I'm also starting to learn the power of. For a while, I was getting to the point of why should I always do this? I just need to charge everybody. And there's sometimes, folks, it's okay to turn around and help somebody and not charge them for it. Or know their financial situation and they can only come up with $20. So you let them pay $20 for a cleansing because they need it. I had a kid a couple trailers down from me that he come up to his brother crying, and I was sitting there listening in, and he had said that when he was walking past the street, he heard a voice say, "Just do it, jump in front of the damn car."
Oh, wow.
And I grabbed him up, and I drug his ass down here, and it was on. I had candles, like Run Devil Run, everything I could bring out. I pulled out the big guns, and when I took him home, the boy was smiling and laughing and just... And his family broke out these little payments, and I said, no, I don't want anything over 100. I really don't even want that, but y'all are insisting, so...
Yeah. You still got to allow yourself, if they're wanting to give you a donation and everything, it's okay to first humbly refuse it. But if they're insisting, then you need to learn to be gracious. Because if you keep on trying to refuse some donations that people want to give you, you're telling the universe you don't want blessings.
That's how the energy will deflect the actual business that's wanting to come in and pay, too.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got to remember when to stay. There are times when to be cocky and egotistical, and then there are times when you need to remember to stay humble.
Yep. Yeah, because once in a while, people act the
Conjure is very much
who you are and who your ancestors
two
are.
Hands.
Exactly.
Two hands. That's with not just with doing good and not so nice things to people. That's also within yourself. Remember when to be an ass and when to be mellow, when to be vain and when to be humble. You have to balance everything.
Exactly. That's what life is about, the great balance. Positive and negative, male and female. Everything is within us. We got to keep the scales,
Yep.
So
it's like they always say stuff like a single grain of rice can tip the scale, and tipping the scale is not always as pretty as people think it is.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we
Because
got about
that scale could possibly tip in your favor, but when it tips in your favor, that backflow could come out real nasty.
well, we got about 19 minutes left. We want to throw the pendulum around and do a couple cards. See if anybody wants a
Hell
question.
yeah! Let's see. We got any questions, folks? Lay them on us.
Michael over in London says, so that's why I'm always sick, is because I neglect myself. With everything, especially now going on, Michael, you got to make sure you're working on the self-care. It's crucial to put that selfishness into yourself. At least 20 minutes a week. Do something for you. You know, whether you're taking a nap, a spiritual bath, whatever. You know, you got to have that me time and release.
At least 5 minutes a day.
Yes.
At least 5 minutes a day.
Exactly. You know, with like my ladies who are business, you know, strong power, strong will type women and everything who are always on the go. I literally make them schedule and make them send me a screenshot to prove to me they have scheduled in me time.
I have actually had a client that was. I had a client that was so over the top that there were days she'd message me about the work, and I'd just be like, "Nope, it's you day. I don't want to hear a damn thing about this damn case. You're going to listen to your music, you're going to take a bath, you're going to chill the fuck out and let me do what I need to."
That's what I usually
tell. And when she finally started doing that, that
exactly
rapid results.
Exactly.
When you go to a worker, you have. Exactly. When you go to a worker, you have to do what they tell you to and let them do their damn work.
Because many a time, like I had one little girl come to me one time about, she had been like, I mean, spent thousands of dollars on like 10 different workers, and nothing ever really truly manifested. I said, well, the cards have revealed on your behind, honey, it's all about your mindset. Okay, because your negative mindset and everything, you're self-sabotaging all these folks. Okay, it's not because you're not powerful; it's you and your mindset. You're counteracting.
I wonder if my client was your client, because it sounds about like the same girl.
Girl, you get a lot of them and everything. They're males and females all over doing their thing. Okay, Alana's ready with the question. Let's pop it up for us on the screen. She wants to know what's about to happen to me this week. She wants to know what's going to happen to her this week. Let's see what's going on. For Alana this week. Spirit revealed to me. What do you need to know? Ooh, whatever's been hidden in the dark is coming to the light. The moon came out here. You're going to be seeing through illusions. And you're finally able to make the decision that you need to make. Two of Swords. Oh, things are going to move back. Yep, that money's coming in that we talked about and everything, with the help with the rent and all that stuff. 8 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So trust and believe me, honey. You'll know what to do. Everything's going to be okay. I'm not going to give you no problems, honey. What you feeling on it?
It's all just swinging confirmation as you're talking, so I'm just like, not much I can say. I'm just watching it go. Yep.
Yeah, another reason why the day moon card is coming up is to remind you about Pisces new moon coming. Okay. Get your emotions under control. Work on that healing and everything. More or less by the new moon, the 13th, everything, the burden's going to be lifted. And about that's around the time when hopefully the third stimulus check is coming out as well. I said 6 of Pentacles. Ooh-wee. What you saying?
I'm getting yes down here too. And also factor in, folks, we got is it 4 or 5 weeks, Ma? No retrogrades.
Yep. Oh, until April 27th. Okay. Aaron Moshe wants to know, how is my move going? How's your move going to go? Okay. How's his move gonna go? Is he gonna have a smooth move? I got the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Yeah, we're gonna be moving very soon.
It may be a little rocky feeling at first, but ride with it and it'll smooth out.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not surprised. Military moves can be, it's at the last minute. Oh, here, by the way, here's your papers. You're moving here. Yeah.
Right. Well, I was just sitting there watching the pendulum, and it started off really rocky and choppy, and then it slowly smoothed its way back out. And yeah, it's gonna start a little choppy, but it'll smooth out.
Okay. All right. Mama June in Bermuda wants to know, my brother, who has been plotting behind my back, is suddenly being super nice to me now. Is he? Oh, honey, hell no. Hell no. I told you that before, honey. He ain't nothing but wolf in sheep clothing. I don't need to flip a card for that thing, baby. If you don't believe me, I'll leave it at Señor Carabel. Hola. Señor, pregunta, por favor. Mama?
Nope.
Yes, he's trifling. Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
Okay. All right. Erica in Puerto Rico wants to know, issues in my relationship. What do I need to know? Okay. What's going on with Erica? He's having second guessing. You're really standing there saying you give your love to him and all that kind of good stuff. Is that making sense? I have the 4 of Cups. But soon, just give him reassurance and everything, especially during this time. Burn a picture of you. Keep a burning candle right next to the picture. Okay, don't burn the picture, but in a frame. Take a picture of you guys, white candle, lavender, chamomile tea on it, and you definitely got the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands.
I'd say maybe a little bit of honey rolled onto the candle too.
Yeah, that will help the chamomile tea to stick to it, mommy. So. Mama June says, I love you both because I feel what you feel. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, honey.
Put him in a bag, put him in a jar, put him in a box, put him in a freezer, put him in a tongue. Do not trust him.
Exactly. And Alana, you're right. Her brother is a damn snake. But definitely new beginnings. Take advantage of this time, everyone. We have 0 planets that are in retrograde until April 27th when Pluto goes into retrograde. So this is the time, especially today. Okay. It's a numerology number of day of 3. The way it spiritually all adds up together and stuff. So take advantage of it. And was that Venus is in textile with Uranus or something like that? Or no, excuse me, textile. So this is a very good luck day for bringing in abundance and love. So you want to manifest this stuff, people? This is the time to do it. Take advantage of this time with zero planets in retrograde, people. Please. Okay. Mama,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, darlings.
Double up on your cleansings, double up on your protections, and start manifesting, folks. This is the time.
Exactly. Exactly. You know. So let me see here. Baroness Lisa wants to know, how are my kids going to handle this week? I'm worried about their emotional health. Okay, hon. Reveal to me about Baroness children. How's Lisa's children going to cope with this week? Girl, justice. And the Six of Swords, moving on the smoother waters. They're going to see the truth. And they're going to want nothing to do with her no more.
I'm getting a strong vibe of lavender and eucalyptus together.
Yeah. Nine of Swords and the Death Card. They're going to want to end something. And what you can tell me about what the situation is with the birth mama, plan on having them babies full time. Why they're asking. Nothing to do with the courts. And because they're wanting and begging to be with you because of her foolishness, it's an ace in a hole. Sorry.
Lemon pepper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talk to Papa Shango. King of Wands. Make a plan. So you can strategize of what you need to do. Because he deals with justice as well. Oh, and check out the post of his 12 Ministers prayer that I put on my page. Oh, by the way, people, I did spell certain words right during Portuguese, by the way. Cut out them foolishness, honey. Okay?
I got confirmation. My pendulum was just doing confirmation of everything you're reading too, so I just kind of set it down for now. There's no point in me holding it up if it's literally just saying yes the entire time to what you're saying.
Exactly. Oh, listen to this. Erica in Puerto Rico says, yes, makes sense. I've been hearing honeys for days now. Thank you both. That's Oshun trying to tell you something. What you need to do, you need to keep a jar on her altar. Taste it every day.
Taste it before you put the, We both on the same wavelength there. And folks, if you'd like to know why, you always taste it so she knows it's not poison.
Thank you very much, because she's known to poison people. I can tell you a lovely story. But anyways, David Chen, namaste, brother. It says, hello, honored Payshence and honored Firestorm. Would the year 2027 be my year to network with people? And would prayers with or without candles or with paraphernalia help manifesting in time where all the planets are not in retrograde? Thank you.
So honestly, you really don't need
the year 2027. He's talking about the April 27th. Okay. Yeah, during this time, your mere thoughts. We're going through the 5D ascension, people, and with 0 planets in retrograde, that's why I just listen to the subliminals and concentrate on what it is you want to manifest. Unless you work with certain spirits and they're asking for it,
you really don't need supplies unless they're
right
asking
now,
you for it.
Not just standing beside you where you
The only things that you need that I would recommend is Florida water and your anointing oil.
Yep. Exactly. To keep you cleansed and protected and everything, so you can keep focused, so you're staying positive.
Every day.
Yep. Throws on some subliminals to help you manifest and concentrate on what it is that you're, so you're not worrying and having self-doubt, because that's the main problem with manifestation, no matter what your spiritual tradition or what your
And
faith.
see, I took the one you taught me for the anointing. I took the anointing you taught me, and I added one more to it, because you always have that little dab left. I just take and I complete it, and I touch the exact top of my head so that it's the full crown.
Yep. You did the 5 points in the top. Yep. Exactly.
Unless I'm feeling a need to connect deep and quick, in which case I'll do the Alta Major.
Right. And it makes the 5 points. David Chin said thank you. And Erica says that yes, I'll do that. Thanks again. It's our pleasure to help. And Baroness Lisa said, praise you. Thank you so much. I can breathe. Hey, that's what we're here for, people. To help, to help give you the tea of what's going on, and make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell either on the Facebook for the ministry's page or the ministry's YouTube channel, so you know when we go live and you don't miss a show, and you can get that tea, because you never know when, like I said, we're gonna be throwing some cards, swinging a pendulum. Who knows what's going on? We just let the spirit move us and let the ancestors flow, like how we do. So we have about 3 minutes left.
You never know what you're going to learn.
Exactly. Let everybody know detailed about how they get a hold of you for your services, what you provide, so they know. Get that information out there.
Okay, so you can get a hold of me. I'm building up my YouTube channel more right now. I'm kind of slow on that because there's certain things I want before I get into making the videos again.
Right.
But the easiest way to contact me is to go through Facebook. My Facebook page, High Priest Phoenix Firestorm. There's a whole list of services and stuff on there. I'm constantly changing up prices and services. Yes, they're steep, but when you understand that this is not light a candle and it's done. I could be working anywhere from 3 days to 3 months on your case.
Yep. That's why
that's the easiest way to get a hold of me right now.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm building my Instagram and my YouTube. All of it's easy to find with just searching High Priest Phoenix Firestorm.
Okay. Definitely.
And I have a consultation fee. I have a consultation fee. If you're hitting me up for spell work, consultation is mandatory.
Yes.
If you don't get consultation through me, you must go through her, and she has to send you back to me.
Exactly.
But if she messages me and says, hey, no, it's a no. Okay? The only time you do not have to pay my consultation fee is if you're hitting me up for a reading. Because that's already your consultation right there. So there's no point in double charging you.
Exactly. Very much. I totally agree. Oh my goodness, child. Time flies when we're having fun. Even when tricks the spirits and geostorms and everybody mess with the internet. We still had a grand old time. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. And and all remember, guys, go to my ministry. Hit create a playlist. We got a list for anything and everything you can think of. Especially the short one with the number 7 and the lucky, emojis with the clover on it and everything. That's personally really one of my favorites for listening to during the day. Covers everything. Michael Busey says, much love to you. Much love across the pond. Thank you, everyone that tuned in tonight. Stay healthy. Stay blessed. Yes.
Everything froze. Did it? Oh, okay. I was going to say real quick, my YouTube channel does have a bunch of playlists and stuff that are available to access too. They're just not subliminal messages. They're more music to get working mindsets.
Yes. Like I tell people, Get your playlist started and listen to them on the daily. And trust me, you'll see a great difference in your life. Take advantage of your sleep. Sleep meditation, y'all. Have a blessed night, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.